Colorado.
Welcome to this Sunday edition of Good Morning Vail. Now, as you know, AI is all around us, and we got to sit down and talk to someone about that, and especially women in AI, as well as yoga. We got to look at the barn and Minturn. So get that cup of coffee, sit back, because Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome to this Sunday edition of Good Morning Vail. Now, we were very excited to talk to a U.S. Army soldier that gave us some tips about having a great school year. Let's take a look.
First Sergeant, tell us, what is the Future Soldier Preparatory Course?
The Future Soldier Prep course is a program designed to educate and train future soldiers to overcome their academic and physical fitness barriers to Army service. Within the program, there are two distinct tracks. The physical fitness program ensures recruits meet the Army standards for enlistment for body fat composition. And the educational program is for recruits who need assistance improving their ASVAB scores, which is the placement test that's used to predict the career field or jobs that these future soldiers would be most successful at.
From your experience, what are some of the challenges holding today's youth back from achieving their goals? And how does the Future Soldier Preparatory Course, help address these challenges?
I think on the academic side, test taking skills is something that we have placed a heavy emphasis on here at the Future Soldier Prep course. So we have drill sergeants and instructors that take the time to teach, in a classroom setting as well as one-on-one, the word knowledge, reading comprehension, arithmetic, reasoning, and then skills that will help decompress the trainee before they take their test. We also offer pre-tests that kind of allow the trainee to see where their shortfalls are so they can focus on those prior to taking the test. And then in the fitness program, we take a holistic health approach, which really centers on the physical and mental domains. And then we have nutrition specialists that help these trainees make food decisions that would that help sustain a healthy lifestyle and build the foundations for future Army success.
Sounds like an incredible program. Let's talk about the type of responses that you've seen to the program. What's been the feedback and the rewards that you've been getting from being involved with this?
So overall, since the program started, we've had approximately 26,000 recruits that have graduated and continued on to basic training. In the academic portion, we've had 95% of the students improve at least one test category, which has opened up more jobs based upon their scores. And then in the fitness track, 87% of the students within the fitness track graduate within 3 weeks. and then they are ready to move on to basic combat training.
Now, what about the tips or advice you can offer to young people to help them succeed during this school year? What can you say to them to help them have a successful year?
The first tip I would offer is to develop long-term goals. And within those goals have short-term or milestones that you intend to reach in order to move you along that path and ensure that you do reach your desired end state. Another piece of advice I would offer is to just, take a break from your screen time, go outside, go for a walk, run, start lifting weights, or generally just try to begin to be more physically active. And that will help you both if you're intending to join the Army or in life, just having that foundation of healthy lifestyle.
Well, this has been some great information to share. Very good for the youth out there at this very important time, and parents as well. Where can our audience go to learn more?
If you want to learn more about life in the Army or to be all you can be, you can visit goarmy.com.
Good morning, Vail.
Hey, it's your boy, Nephew Tommy, your host for an all-new season of Black College Quiz, where the nation's best and brightest display their knowledge of Black history and culture while competing for prizes and scholarships. So get ready to see HBCU Nation take the academic field. Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Yeah, man.
Welcome to Hiring America, the television program that helps veterans find jobs and transition back into civilian life. Hi everyone, I'm Gigi Stone Woods. I'm truly honored to host this vital program. Reach out to the opportunities you see on this program by logging onto our website, hiringamerica.net, and by following us on social networking sites such as Twitter. We'll keep that information available throughout the broadcast and on our website 24/7. Now, let's get down to business.
Hi there! Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to this Sunday edition of Good Morning Vail. Now I have the amazing, I almost said the man, the myth, the legend. That's like the
woman.
Yeah, exactly. I have the awesome human being I love. And she is also, I would say, a regular here on Good Morning Vail, as well as We adore her. She is our spirit animal. Ashley, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. How could I not be
Do you
when
like that?
you build me up like that?
And I will say the Ski and Snowboarding Museum. I just like, Ashley, you are such a vibe. We love you here, obviously, in Good Morning Vail. And you bring so much information to our town and to our TV show, so we get very excited to see you.
Yeah.
Ashley Carter, everyone.
Hello. Good morning.
So Ashley, I know this summer has been busy, busy, busy. Now we're
Yeah.
in the fall and going into winter. And so we were just speaking a little bit off camera saying that, you know, fall's a little slow. It gets a little like, there's a lull. We have our mud season. I learned that the hard way. In my first year, I'm like, where did everyone go? What's happening? But the cool thing is, you were saying to me, this Ski and Snowboarding Museum stays open throughout, which
We do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
We may close for a few days next month, but
Totally.
all of our information will be on the website. We stay open. We're a free museum.
I love that.
So when people come in town, it's and especially right now, like we're amping up for ski season, right?
Yes.
So go learn the history, see the
energy.
stuff. And our gift shop's open. Lovely things in there as well.
I
so.
love that. And I love that you said that too, because it's such a cool vibe in there. We talk about this all the time, but it's truth. And especially getting into the winter season,
Yes.
we're all getting, I mean, I shouldn't say this. I already waxed my skis. I know people think I'm crazy, but I'm ready.
I'm sure you're not the first.
Thank you. I'm ready. I'm here for it. I'm like, bring on the snow. And so I know going into the museum is one way to
Yeah.
really get ski stoked, snowboard stoked,
Oh,
like
yeah.
to just get excited about the mountain. And,
Absolutely. That's what we're here for. We've got all the history of it, the exciting stuff, the current day. I mean, we just inducted our new Hall of Fame class for this
Yes.
year, which included Lindsey Vonn.
So cool.
We've got some good athletes and sport builders. Like Ross Anderson was once the fastest man on skis at 154 miles an hour.
154.
Yeah. The record has been
insane.
broken. That's what's crazy. But
What?
he has skied 154 miles an hour downhill on skis.
Oh my
So-
goodness, that is insane. And these are all things that you can go and check
Yeah,
out at the
absolutely.
museum. And that's so good to know too, because like I said, during these kind of like off season, that's a fun thing to maybe plan for a date for friends coming into
Yes.
town. I mean, no offense, I need to go back there 'cause it's like
Yeah.
always forever changing and growing and
Absolutely.
evolving. And that is so cool. So tell me about the Lindsey Vonn induction. And I know
Yeah.
Chris Anthony was the one that kind of
He was our MC,
Yeah,
who is a Hall of Fame member himself.
So cool.
Yes, we've got over 250 members in our Hall
Oh,
of Fame.
wow.
And
Okay.
a bunch of them are still around in this area. So yeah, it was an induction for all of our inductees. Lindsey Vonn got inducted this year. She did show up.
So cool.
And
I
she
saw
was there.
that.
She had a wonderful speech. I got to meet her. I got to talk to her about
Powerhouse human right there.
Powerhouse human. It's
Yeah.
her record. You can look at her record, and if you actually look at her experience of injuries
Yeah.
she's had and what she's come back from, it's even more
Wild.
amazing. She
Yeah.
truly is an amazing athlete.
That's something that's so interesting. I'm glad you kind of said that because I think so often we just hear these kind of glorified with all the wins, all of that, but you don't always hear. And I know that you've been through some hurt as well.
yeah.
Yeah, and so that must be like very powerful, especially for someone that's been hurt and overcome to see someone else doing that.
That's what we talked about. I had to tell her. I was like,
Yeah.
I know you don't have a lot of time, but what I need to let you know is I respect her more because of that.
Right.
She's had instances where I think she's taped her ski pole to her glove to her hand a couple times to do some races. So
see, that's
she's
like the
a
gritty stuff that you
she's-
want to hear about.
Yeah, and people don't think about the mental side of that either,
Right.
to come back from something like that. So not only was she an amazing skier, she was
Yeah.
an amazing skier through so many things. And she gives back to all her foundations and all her work with kids.
So cool.
We brought out kids on the stage to represent a lot of her awards. So they came out holding balloons of different colors.
that's
of
emotional.
All of her. Yeah, it was kind of a surprise to her too. She didn't know
Yes.
until the day
Oh,
of.
I like
so
that. I love
Yeah.
that. Well, it's so wild. Do you ever, because I know we were talking a little bit before pre-couch interview, just about mental health and
Yes.
choosing jobs that you really love. And I know that this job loves you. You love this job. It's a win-win.
Yes.
But do you ever have those moments sitting there at the museum and think, oh my gosh, this is the town that we live in. These are the people that live here. Does that ever, because I know sometimes just walking through different parts of town, I get kind of like, oh,
Yeah,
wow,
it's it's easy living here to kind of just like you get used to it.
Right.
But when you stop for a second, go to the museum. I'm
Yeah,
there all the
exactly,
time.
yes.
I haven't even looked at all of our Hall of Famers because there's so many
Yeah.
in there. It's really inspiring
Yeah.
just to know. There's a huge correlation, I think, with physical activity and mental health.
100%.
And look at our playground that we have here,
Yeah.
and the support. And especially like we've even done stuff with Speak Up, Reach Out
Yes.
at the museum because of like Mountains in My Mind, the videos, all of those things.
Really,
We
really
definitely
powerful.
promote mental health in this industry because it can be a tough part.
Yes.
For sure.
And I love that you said that too, because I just like during this lull where there is that downtime, so many of us are doing all the things in the summer, and then the fall and the weather, you're kind of in that weird moment. And the mental health piece, like you said, getting ready to ski, getting ready to be your best self again. What do you do on that time off? And that's,
Yeah, you got to look around, look
Right.
at everything going, and then go be inspired by all those people and really their stories. The cool thing about our Hall of Fame exhibit is it's a giant computer. It has everyone in our Hall of Fame you can look up.
That's really cool.
And anyone that was inducted past 1996 has a video. So you can actually watch their videos, see the things, all of that. Like really inspiring. Like Hillary Nelson was in the class before this one. Talk about someone to be inspired by.
Let me ask you this, and I think I might have asked you before, so sorry, but it's such a good, do people come in that want to use this information for maybe a thesis paper or for students?
Yeah,
and whatnot?
we actually do get quite a few. I haven't had any, maybe a handful of college students, but we definitely get middle school and high school, especially with Colorado specific history.
Yeah.
They'll come in for the Hall of Fame, but they really come in for the 10th Mountain exhibit as well.
So cool.
We have the largest permanent display of 10th Mountain stuff around. So
neat.
Yep.
That is so, you must be, this is cool. I know every time, it's like I'm talking to you for the first time. We've spoken so many times. We know each other well as friends as well. And I'm just like, this is wild to me because it's such a powerful museum. And it's right there. I mean, can you tell everyone where it's located too?
Yeah, so I mean, the easiest way to explain is we're directly below the Welcome Center, the Vail Village Welcome Center. We're within the Transportation Center on level P3, next to La Cantina, right at the top of the stairs.
Yes, I always try to explain to people, and I'm like, the garage area. And they're like, excuse me, and I'm like, now I know how to say it better.
The Welcome
P3.
Center.
Yes,
we're directly below the Welcome Center.
P3. I love that.
And yeah, it's a free admission. Right now we're open
cool.
10 to 6 every day. But like I said, just check our website for any changes or anything to that.
Cool.
But the price is good.
The price is good, and the people in there are amazing, and it's such a good vibe, and you learn a lot. Now, Ashley, you were saying, come winter, we're gonna have I put myself in this.
You're part of the community.
Thank you.
We are community space.
Thank you. You guys are gonna have yoga again. I know that was a huge hit.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Can you kind of tell us a little bit?
Yeah,
about
I don't know what day of the week we'll do it yet. We will announce that. Our website, and then also, honestly, follow us on social media. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook.
Really good
we're on
about
all
that.
of those things.
Yeah.
We will do yoga once a week for sure. We usually do it in the mornings before we open.
Love
and
that.
talk about mental health, a way to get your body moving, to ground yourself. And it ties into skiing. Go do some yoga and then go ski. You're going to ski better.
Exactly what I was thinking. I was like, ooh, this sounds perfect.
It is.
That's great. And then also you have the walking tours that will be coming back.
They'll be coming back. Today
Okay.
was our last one for this season.
But that's amazing. You guys went this long.
We
like,
did,
that's
yep.
insane, yeah.
We'll pick them back up again either sometime in November or December.
Okay.
They will be Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 o'clock.
Okay.
$10 a person. Kids are free.
So cool.
And it's usually about an hour and 15 minutes, depend on who's giving the tour, how many questions are had, and what you want to hear about. We could give a 3-hour tour. There's so much. So
I know, just knowing you, I'm like, dang, I want to learn like everything. I feel like I think I know a lot, but there's a lot more
some
to
fun
learn.
history.
Yes,
my
little
friends
facts.
get little tidbits when they walk around. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, well, you know this, and they're like, what? I'm like, it's fun stuff.
Okay, let me put you on the spot
Oh,
here.
no,
Sorry, I know
no.
you're really good at this. Is there anything right now that I know you learn so much and you're always evolving and learning too to teach others in the museum? Is there anything that you would want to share that maybe we don't know that is kind of, sorry, girl.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's something I've known for a while, but as the covered bridge is famous, right?
Yes,
Everyone
yes,
knows
yes.
the covered
Yes.
bridge. It's especially famous because originally they kind of wanted to divert the creek and have it run differently and not have that bridge. So for the access, I know.
I did not know that.
And so if you've ever looked on the bridge, it's to the Dobsons, that Dobson Arena.
Yeah.
They were like, no, we got to keep this. And they wanted to pay homage to like the East Coast,
What?
covered bridges. So there you go.
Ashley Carter coming in with the win. I'm like, that is brilliant.
Yep,
Well,
yep.
thank you, Ashley. And you said the easiest way to just keep up with everything with the ski, snowboard museum, the sports museum, just to go online. That's the best.
So
Instagram, socials.
snowsportsmuseum.org is our website.
Okay.
That does also have the info for social media as well. We're Colorado Snow Sports Museum on
Awesome.
Instagram. I think we have Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
You have it all.
YouTube, you can watch all the Hall of Fame induction. You could watch everything there.
Great. Okay.
And then if you can't make it in the museum, you can also click on their links for Hall of Fame videos and things like that as well.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Ashley. We love having you here. Good morning, Vail. You are our spirit animal.
Oh.
So go check out the museum. Say hi to Ashley as well. We won't say the days you're working, but
Right.
she's there all the time. If not, her spirit's there as well.
Yes.
And keep it right here. We have more Good Morning Vail to come.
Good morning.
Next up, we've got a special duo from two of the best voices in the bluegrass and country genres.
We know you're going to love this one from Melanie Cannon and Willie Nelson. Here's Back to Earth.
And the songs our love created, I still sing. And every night we make the rafters ring.
This is Necklace. This easy-to-use, non-surgical alternative improves the appearance of sagging skin around your neck and jawline. Made from medical-grade tape, Necklace lasts up to 10 hours, giving you a firmer, smoother look all day long. Women everywhere are thrilled with the results.
Necklace is my time machine, and I'm loving life again.
Necklace is way better than surgery. It's cheaper and it's easier.
Use the on-screen QR code or visit sagnomore.com to order now. We even give you a money-back guarantee. Try Necklace today.
Coming at you from around the world. The biggest names in sports, entertainment, and business.
Here we go.
Yeah, there's no way.
Exclusive access and one-on-one conversations.
Yeah, you guys really did some deep research.
I don't think we should give him any more information.
In depth with Graham Bensinger.
Take the first game every one of us played in the schoolyard. Turn up the degree of difficulty to maximum, and then let loose some of the fastest and most agile athletes in the world to go one-on-one in what you have is the most extreme pursuit contest you've ever known. It's intense, it's addictive, and there's only one rule. Don't get caught.
Oh my gosh. If you haven't seen World Chase Tag before, here's how it works.
2 teams of up to 6 athletes compete in a series of one-on-one chases. Each chase lasts up to 20 seconds and has 1 chaser and 1 evader.
Opportunity to points on the board! Oh!
Whoever wins the duel stays on as the evader, and teams get 1 point for each evasion they make.
And it looks like the opening point of this contest.
It's the best of 16 chases to win the match, with a sudden death chase-off required to break any ties. It's win or go home from now on. Don't miss it.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. Now, something I love about Vail is all of the free symposiums and different ideas and things that we have going on in and around the Valley. And there is a free lunch and learn all about wealth management. And we got to sit down and talk to them. Let's take a look.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Well, here in the Valley, we've got all kinds of different people to help, whether it's, fitting you for a bike or talking about running shoes and things like that. But let's talk a minute about growing your wealth. I've got Holly Johnson with Growth Solutions Coaching sitting next to me. Holly, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you, Kevin?
Well, great. Thanks for joining me. Now, you have got a all-star studded cast that's going to join you on a lunch and learn coming up. I'm very curious. Let's hear a little more about that.
Yeah, so it's called the Wealth Building Seminar, and it's a group, these 3 individuals, Bonnie Marlette and Michelle Martinez and Rod Fishkin, are part of a network and referral group that I'm the territory leader for. And we have a professional development component of that every quarter, and this quarter was on referrals and helping everyone build their business. And so I said, well, I'm not buying a house right now. I don't know of anybody, and I don't need a mortgage, and I'm on a financial path, but where's their need here? And I'm a profit acceleration coach, so working with people on their finances, their profitability, that stems not only usually why they want to be profitable or more profitable in their business life is because they want to do more in their personal life. So how do we take what you're doing and make it better? Or take a desire that you have, for instance, being a first-time homeowner in the Vail Valley, or scaling up, scaling down, and having this panel be a resource and advisor advisory board to you.
Right. Now, are you seeing any trends? Like we talk about growing wealth and learning a little more about how banks and finance can help you, and then getting with someone like you that's a coach. Are you seeing a certain demographic come to you seeking advice, or is it kind of across the board?
Well, most people, and why people hire coaches is they're at a point and they want to go here, but they don't know how. They've been pretty, the business owners that I work with have typically been in business for several years. They want to scale, they want to start planning on their exit strategy. Most small business owners want to sell their business.
Right.
And there are certain things that make them more valuable to but somebody who wants to buy a business doesn't want to go in unless they want to pay 30 cents on the dollar to fix it. They want to go in and find something that is a smooth running machine that can thrive without the owner being there. So I extract information from the owner's head and put it on paper and start developing policies and procedures for them. And that's not dissimilar when you look at a personal finance life. You just need some policies and procedures, and you need a little tweak here and a little tweak there, and all of a sudden small incremental changes lead to compounded growth. It's what the stock market is based on a good year.
And I guess, what you hit on there is if you're selling your business or buying a business, or if you're in the middle of succession planning, because a lot of people are getting ready to pass businesses on to a younger generation, and maybe that younger generation just doesn't have that knowledge on what to do and the financial wherewithal to actually make that business. And that's where a coach can come in and go, look, here's kind of the steps you need to take to make sure this business continues.
Right, and that goes into your own personal life too. I mean, if you're in a succession plan, you need to look at where, if you have real estate investments, how can you minimize how much you give to the government? Let's face it.
Right.
And that's what Rod Fishkin's really an expert in. He goes, yeah, I'm a real estate broker, but I'm really more of a real estate planner. What is your plan? And then how can we maximize that? And do you need a trust or don't you? Fortunately, Colorado has a lot more, things don't go into probate here, or we have a very flexible probate system, where in California, if you go into probate because you haven't planned things out, then it's 2 years. And then all of a sudden the family member has this, but they're not quite prepared to still be carrying the mortgage or things like that, and that's where it starts getting really sticky.
Well, even the legal fees that come along with it, you just can't work with the court. You have to have an attorney, a real estate attorney, to kind of help you through that. So unfortunately, the taxes, like you pointed out, and then the attorney fees can just take away any of that estate that was left.
Right. And I have a painting client who, he just kind of, I'm making really good money, and then all of a sudden he's buying a house and he has a baby and he's going, oh my God, I can't just take the winter off anymore.
Right.
And so then he starts going to the other extreme of just working all the time, and he's burnt out and he's fried, and we're going, okay, the 7 areas of a successful business, 2 of those are around spending more time with family and friends. Let's face that's part of our quality of life.
Right.
And working less and making more money. So how do we do that? And that's where the other 5 areas come in.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. Those are the 2 things I want to do.
Well, yeah,
make
and
more money and not work as much.
And that's the motivators. A lot of people want to break to 7 figures. I've done that too. I broke 7 figures and hated my job. And I'm going, okay, so wow, that's great. I'm making all this money right now, but what does it really mean? Well, and so is it your college? Is it your kid's college education? Is it that vacation with your wife that you haven't had in 2 years, or even date nights because you had a baby and you haven't gone on a date in 2 years? And people just get caught up in this kind of snowball and roller coaster effect, and they just are on the train and they don't know how to get off.
Yeah. Now, we were talking before we went live on it's about spending habits, and putting a little bit aside makes a big impact. We talked about, you hear it all the time. Professional athletes that are making millions of dollars in these contracts, by the time they're done, they're broke because of their spending habits.
Right.
Now, what advice do you have for some of the younger viewers out there to get started on a path of financial success?
Just allocate anything. Even start with $20 a month that you put into your retirement fund, a savings account, or whatever. financial advisors say, 3 to 6 months of your cost of living expenses every month in a pretty liquid savings account. Now, fortunately, there's a lot more high yield savings account where you can transfer in and out. You don't have to have minimums and things like that. But even 4 to 5% on that is better than, I don't even know what a bank checking account is giving you right now. It's ridiculous. And so somebody told me, I don't know where it was, that if you start putting aside $100 a month when you're 20 years old, you will be a millionaire by the time you're my age. We're not even going to go to my age. It's not that long. I'm not that old. But again, and even my financial advisor, I'm somewhat embarrassed, but I'm not different from a lot of people. Divorced in my mid-50s. We were living in our retirement, had made some really good real estate investments, owned a property in Vail and a property in Sarasota, Florida. And all of a sudden, I'm down to one house and I don't have a retirement fund. And so whenever I got hit with things, I was just borrowing from Peter to pay Paul all the time and racking up credit card debt. COVID ate my business. So divorce, COVID eating my business, and then trying to carry 2 mortgages, and I am just flooding in credit card debt. So you just have to kind of backpedal and go, okay, how am I going to chip away at this? And then I just started that momentum, and when you have momentum, it's amazing how things just start multiplying on their own.
Yeah, you start to see that savings account build up, and it gives you the confidence and then security that goes along with it.
Right, and just knowing that, and you don't touch it unless you absolutely have to. And so I do put I pay quarterly HOA dues, and so I just allocate, I put that in my savings. I'm like, I could pay it monthly to them, but I'm just giving them my money. I might as well make a little bit of money off of it and then just pull it out, and it takes 3 or 4 days to get it into your account.
Now, you and your panel, October 1st, over at the Gypsum Recreation Center from 11:30 to 1, it's a lunch and learn, growing wealth. So people need to get out there. If they have questions, this is a perfect time to get out there, ask some questions that you've got. It's going to be a lot talking about, housing. We spoke about housing in the Valley and how someone can get housing because it's so expensive and there's not a lot out there. But this would be a good panel to get in front of, have some questions answered, listen to some expert advice on how to build your financial wealth.
Yeah. It's great. And, we have mortgage broker Bonnie Marlette that I mentioned earlier, and she really specializes in working with first-time buyers. I mean, she can go up to jumbo loans too, but, most of the higher multi-million-dollar homes, those are still cash deals now. People are just pulling money out of their stock market and just diversifying. And then we have Michelle Martinez, who is with Rise Up Planning, and she is a financial advisor, works predominantly with women, but also in their spouses, because a lot of women, I thought my husband was going to take care of all this stuff, and okay, now it's up to me, to give them the confidence to know that they can control and manage, and more women are working and have control over their own money. And how do you plan for that and not find yourself blindsided? And then Rod Fishkin, who I mentioned, broker and real estate planner with Keller Williams, and just they're not there to try to preach or tell or whatever. They're going to give a short 10-minute maybe kind of overview of the market and some opportunities. It's really more of an opportunity for people to come and ask questions and figure out, walk away with one thing that you're going to do that is going to help you move your financial future forward.
Right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Holly. So all of you get out there if you're interested in growing your financial wealth. It's going to be October 1st from 11:30 to 1, and to start you off, it's going to be a free lunch. Mountain Recreation there at the Gypsum Recreation Center. You'll see Holly and the rest of the team out there to talk to you a little bit about what's going on and answer some of your questions. We'll be back soon with more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Experience the beauty of fall on the rails of the Leadville Railroad. Take in the cool mountain breeze as you climb to 11,000 feet to watch the vibrant reds, oranges, and golds of fall come alive. Enjoy delicious hot beverages, learn some history, and relax with family and friends. Create fall memories in the heart of the Rocky Mountains. Offering daily trips, the weekend specials sell out fast. To secure your seat, book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, we see one couple fall in love with a waterfront fixer-upper.
It sort of wrapped its arms around us and said, you want me, and we did.
And watch as another battles over the budget.
We're trying to look through and see where we can trim at this point.
Are you looking to trim it, Ginger?
No.
No. Construction pros show us the right way to renovate.
Well, we had to do a roof over. We had to hand build a lot of the trusses.
As we're putting the thin set down, the self-leveler has a little clip that clips up underneath the edge of the tile.
From small towns to big cities and everywhere in between, we're covering the great things that are happening right now in the USA. This is Positively America with Ernie Anastas.
Each week, we're going to focus on the great things that are happening every day in the USA. We'll feature change makers.
In every older person, there's a younger person saying, how did this happen?
Innovators.
I talk about design the way some people might talk about like the person they're in love with.
Doers and dreamers.
You can use that recognition to pay it forward.
Ordinary Americans accomplishing extraordinary things.
When you smile, you receive one back most of the time.
We're going to prove to you that optimism and hope are paving the way to an even brighter tomorrow.
We've got a lot of programs that are specifically focused on the children of our fallen heroes.
At Positively America, our mission is to feature good news.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to this Sunday edition of Good Morning Vail. Now, AI is all around us if you have not noticed, and we got to sit down and talk all about how women are getting advanced in AI, so let's take a look.
Historically, the high-tech industry has not been known for gender diversity and creating opportunities for women. Will history repeat itself with the artificial intelligence boom? Here to share insights on this important topic and to discuss their commitment to the advancement of women in the AI industry is Tina Jones, Senior Vice President, Global Human Resources at Cadence. Thanks so much for joining us.
I'm thrilled to be here, and we're celebrating the first ever Women in AI Month. And I work at Cadence, as you said, where we design technology that is essential to everything from the design of semiconductor chips to the design of cars. Today, I'm actually at Zoox, which is a robo-taxi company led by a woman CEO. And I just think Zoox is a great example of how technology, especially AI, is poised to change how we get from point A to point B and everything in between.
So why does the Cadence Foundation believe that infusing gender diversity into the AI workforce is so important?
We believe that the AI revolution is going to be more revolutionary than the internet. It is going to add 15 trillion to the global economy and 100 million jobs. What many people may not realize is that while women are half of the population, they comprise 20% of the AI workforce and a mere 10% of its leadership. And at Cadence, we believe that it's not just a nice to have to change that, it's actually imperative to change that if we're going to capitalize on what AI promises to deliver.
Great. And what has been the biggest barrier preventing more women from joining the AI workforce? And how does Cadence Fem.ai initiative help to overcome it?
Women tend to fall out of the talent pipeline at 3 critical junctures. If a young woman overcomes that dream gap and goes to university and pursues a STEM degree, chances are she won't graduate with a STEM degree. If she does, she'll struggle to land that first lucrative, high-paying job in high tech. And if she gets into high tech, 50% of women drop out in the first 12 years. And if you look at other fields, only 20% of women drop out. So the Cadence Foundation has pledged $20 million. We're partnering with nonprofits, we're partnering with universities to plug those 3 critical leakage gaps in the talent pipeline.
And you started to address this, but what are you doing to help launch Fem.ai?
Well, at Cadence, we're really proud of the fact that over the last 10 years, we've been able to move the number of women in our technical roles by 50%. We want to take some of those learnings and bring it to market. So we have launched Fem.ai so that we can make a difference in our industry. And we're kicking things off with a summit in Silicon Valley where we've brought together luminaries from Stanford and Berkeley and MIT, and as well as AI leaders from NVIDIA and Salesforce and Google, so that we can discuss how do we change the representation of women in engineering, and why is it so important to have diversity of thought in the creation of AI, so that we create AI that is human-centered and responsible and actually works for everyone.
Where can people go for more information?
People can go to our website, fem.ai, and I hope they get inspired to join our movement.
Good morning, Vail.
Join host Madison Brown as she visits with guests ranging from country star Toby Keith to magician Tommy Wynn. Explores the kitchen from cake decorating to cooking Hawaiian style, all while exploring unique locations across the country. Check your local listings and tune in.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
One of the longest-running syndicated television series is back, America's Black Forum, a weekly series highlighting the latest in our lifestyles, business, entertainment, and finance. We introduce you to entrepreneurs who are making their mark in the business world and leaders who are fighting for change.
Welcome to America's Black Forum.
Tune in each week to know what's happening in our world today on America's Black Forum.
Experience the beauty of fall on the rails of the Leadville Railroad. Take in the cool mountain breeze as you climb to 11,000 feet to watch the vibrant reds, oranges, and golds of fall come alive. Enjoy delicious hot beverages, learn some history, and relax with family and friends. Create fall memories in the heart of the Rocky Mountains. Offering daily trips, the weekend specials sell out fast. To secure your seat, book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Hey, it's your boy, Nephew Tommy, your host for an all-new season of Black College Quiz, where the nation's best and brightest display their knowledge of Black history and culture while competing for prizes and scholarships. So get ready to see HBCU Nation take the academic field. Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Yeah, man.
Good morning, Vail.
Now living in this valley, yoga is all around in the barn in Minturn. Got to sit down with us and talk about their yoga classes. Let's take a look.
Welcome back to the show. Now is a great time where people might have some extra time on their hands, and the barn down in Minturn has a fun yoga challenge for us all month of October. And joining us now on the couch, we have Tracy Long. Tracy, how are we?
We're good this morning.
Yeah, so talk to us a little bit about the barn. We were saying it's been open for 3 months in Minturn. How are things going down there? And
it has been open for 3 months. My husband and I built the barn, and it's going well. We're excited for each and every person that walks in the door, of course, as a new business.
Right, and Minturn, obviously centrally located kind of in the valley here, probably getting a lot of locals there, people in the county, but how are the classes going, and when do you guys operate if people want to come check it out?
So we are open Monday through Sunday, and we are launching a new schedule right now that we are sort of figuring it out. That's every new business, right? We have yoga classes in the morning and on the weekends, and we have aerial and acrobatic classes in the afternoon and evenings.
Love that, love that. What's different about those kind of aerial ones?
They're entirely different, actually. So yoga is a dedicated practice of mindfulness, and aerial and acrobatics is a dedicated practice of skill work. So
love that.
They're different.
Yeah, definitely. And then coming into October,
yes,
we got a challenge. Can you tell us about this challenge and how people can get involved?
So it is a 31-day challenge, and we have a lot of classes to support people in studio. People sign up for the class. They can use any pass we have, but we have created a special October yoga challenge pass. So if someone's not already involved in the studio, they can come for the entire month of October for $108.
Easy.
It's kind of a good deal,
oh, yeah,
especially if someone hasn't really landed somewhere, or someone's new to the valley and is located in a way that Minturn's convenient. It could be a great fit. But the idea is to practice 20 out of the 31 days, sorry, October has 31 days.
That's okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we're looking at the space right now. Beautiful space there. Where did you come up with the barn name?
The barn name?
Yeah.
This is a barn structure.
So that was it. Just
so
easy.
Yes, I feel like that was an easy pick.
Yeah, it looks beautiful there, and with the big kind of windows opening up to the outdoors there, and there's the acrobatics, right, hanging in the...
This is aerial yoga.
Yeah.
This is aerial yoga. It is the bridge between the two worlds of yoga and aerial acrobatics.
Yeah, love that. What made you and your husband want to kind of open this? And obviously yoga is a big thing out here, but what made you guys want to start this?
Well, this is a differentiator from maybe a traditional yoga studio business plan. The aerial element is something that I fell into in 2014, and it is more creative. It feels different. Like you were saying, you recognize the shift into fall with the full moon and the equinox.
Right.
The element of air feels different than the element of earth in a grounded floor practice.
Definitely, definitely. So for the month of October, whether you've done yoga all year or you haven't done yoga all year, who's looking to sign up for this, or who are you hoping gets in there?
So I think this is a great way if you're looking to establish a practice, if you're looking for a way to recommit to your practice. There is structure and containership to help those students. And we have a daily contemplation. So your practice might look like receiving the daily email and then processing the contemplation and applying it to your life, but it also might look like being in the studio as much as you can to see where your practice can go.
Yeah, definitely. And what are some of the just benefits that come with practicing yoga?
Wow. How much time do we have today?
I mean, obviously we live in this outdoor community with lifestyles that keep us active, but what are some of those benefits?
Consciousness. I would say consciousness, ability to navigate circumstances, because circumstances are always going to happen in life, and then you have the capacity with a yoga brain to navigate those circumstances a little bit better than just reacting to them.
Definitely, definitely. How are you enjoying Minturn?
Oh my God, I've lived in Minturn since 2003.
It's such a gem.
You were probably a baby back then.
Yeah, I was born in the late 1900s, yes. So yeah, 2003. But yeah, it's just such a great community, right? And what a great spot for the barn.
Yeah, it is. And Minturn's having a moment. We are rising to the occasion.
Just now having a moment?
I feel like that.
Yeah.
I feel like Minturn's really kind of trying to come into its own, and I want to be a part of that.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. It's such a gem of our community. It's worth checking out if you're kind of living outside of Minturn, and definitely check out the barn for yoga.
Yeah.
So still working on the schedule though for October. Is that right?
Well,
the daily
yes,
schedule.
Yes.
Awesome. Are you guys on social media and where
we
can
are
people
on
follow
Instagram,
along?
the Barn Minturn.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yes.
We're taking a look at some of those class offerings there. We were talking a little bit about hot yoga. Is that you guys have any hot yoga?
We do not offer the heated yoga over 95 degrees.
I don't think, yeah. Talk about benefits. I think I just sweat during that one, but it feels great. Feels great. Try to do that one once a year, I was telling you. So back to the challenge. How do people sign up? Is it just come when they want? Is it a dedicated challenge, or how do they get involved?
All good questions. So they get involved by coming to the studio. They can sign up, and like I said, it is going to be individualized where each person decides how much they want to participate in that challenge. They can use any pass that we have on offer, but if they really want to commit to the program, they can do the special pass that was created for it and sign up for the contemplations. If they complete 20 classes in 31 days, they're eligible to be one of 3 people who wins November free.
Nice. Speaking of November and down the road, what are the plans for the first winter at the barn? You guys looking that far ahead, or?
Yes, we are. We have workshops coming up that are both on the yoga and aerial side. We have a performance December 6th that's a student showcase. We have a winter solstice performance. So yes, we are planning out into the future right now.
Well done, well done. Tracy, anything else I should have asked you? Anything else people should know about the barn in Minturn or about the challenge in October?
I think the thing they should know about the barn in Minturn is that they really feel the elements of nature by being in the studio. And I think that we are trying to invite people to forge more of a connection with nature, a connection with themselves, and a healthier connection with others.
Love that, love that. Thanks so much for joining us. Check out the barn in Minturn. Open for 3 months and going to be a great winter and a great October.
Yes.
A busy October down there. And check them out on Instagram, the website. Consider getting a membership or a pass. And get your yoga on in October.
Thank you, Ross.
And stay tuned. We'll be right back with the rest of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
I'm Danella Richard. I've made a career traveling the world. I've worked for some of the biggest names in travel, and now I've traded in my business suit for a swimsuit. Swimming with the sharks, swinging at the edge of the world, throwing back a few shots, or shall I say spirits. Woo. Eating some of the best cuisine, and even making a few furry friends along the way. I invite you to come along with me and discover the world.
This show looks at anything that has an engine and a story told by the owners. This is a scooter. Have you had it the whole time?
I have not. It's actually the third time I've owned the car.
Sell, regret, sell, regret. To the actual prototype GT40, I got to sit in that car.
Oh, I gotta get me one of these, man.
We've got all the muscle, the speed, and the stories.
I got stage 4 cancer. A bunch of friends came together and decided that this thing needed to get done then. A lot of friends came together and made this thing happen.
Hey, if it has an engine and a story, you're going to hear about it on rides. Almost every vehicle, doesn't matter what walk of life you're from, there's some tie to your past.
Welcome aboard. Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
TV8, there's more for you on 92. Serving the local community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Good morning, Vail.
Thank you for spending some time with us this Sunday morning. We had so much fun with you on Good Morning Vail. We learned so much about AI, yoga, etc. Such an awesome day out there. Get on out there, soak up some of that fall sunshine. Take a look at the leaves. The leaves are peeping. The leaves are doing their thing. Leaf peeping at its finest. And we'll see you Monday for more Good Morning Vail. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going.